I started smiling even before I went live. Hey, Strictly Chaos. Hey, everybody. It's so nice to see all the old screen names of people who didn't think I was worth becoming a member for. Kidding. Hey, Strictly Chaos. Yeah, I did a members chat right before this, and it was like 30 minutes long. This is going to be quick. This is mostly, or hopefully, only about this article that came out yesterday, which I'll get to in a second. And I have an explanation about how this tip and connection came about. So that's probably going to hopefully clarify for all of you whether this is really anything to be speculating about, which I don't think it is that much. I'll get to it in a second. How many people do we have? 22. Hey, Illegally Blonde. Nice to see you. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I want to finish this so I can see the premiere of Survivor starts a new season tonight. Jinx says, I've missed you. I don't know about that. And probably getting that membership soon. So I told members today, I will do public live chats when Rick's trial finally happens in 2030, if I'm still around. But I will do member chats also. Hopefully, right now, this is only subscribers only can chat. So hopefully not many of my subscribers are trolls. Hi, Leslie. Nice to see you and all the other cheapskates. Hi, Maureen. Yeah, I'll get to this in this news story and the clarification about it in a second, you guys. Hey, Lori, I'm glad you can join. No, Billy. So I read this article. Billy is always telling jokes in my live chats, and I had forgotten what the first joke was, which you actually got it correct and reminded me before with your other comment. But these investigators from Kentucky said they interviewed or they consulted with a medium. And I figured Billy would say, well, they obviously did not consult with Kegan Kline because he's an extra large. We love everybody type, but I know Billy would have said that. All right, so I'm going to get to this in 1 minute, you guys. I know people don't like live chats that don't stick to the topic. Yes, Survivor is, I think, season 43. Hey, little daisies, glad you can make it. Hi, Shadowbox. Oh, Judge Burke, you made it. Hey, the simulation. Okay, so I'll get right to this, you guys. So I posted a community post because yesterday, I guess this article came out. There's a news station, I guess Fox 19, that covers Ohio and Kentucky and stuff. And this article came out. I sent a link. Let me post it real quick in the chat. So I created a PowerPoint. Hold on. Let me show my PowerPoint. What am I doing? I have not gotten any better with these live chats before in the members only when I played a video for 5 minutes and people are like, oh, there was no audio the entire time. So here's Tom's March update. So this news article was based on a video report. And at the end of it, it said it was part 1 of 2. And the reporter said part 2 will include, quote, exactly what led them to Delphi, referring to the Kentucky police officers looking into this Stephenson case, and what is happening now with that lead. And basically, part 2 really didn't give any updates other than saying Kentucky police gave the lead to Indiana. So this article basically said that, sorry, I'm trying to focus. This article said that there was this murder in 2011 of a 74-year-old couple. They're both 74 years old when it happened in 2011. It's still unsolved. And the article said they're looking into a connection with Delphi. So today, and I guess yesterday, the Delphi true crime community was like, what is this about? Is another suspect going to be arrested? So I posted this news article on my community page, and I said I would do a live chat tonight. And in between posting that, I saw that Fig Solves, who has a YouTube channel that I'm sure a lot of you know about. Actually, he just the other day, Fig Solves uploaded a video of Ron Logan at that transfer station, that garbage recycling place, the day of the murder. So if you guys have not seen that, you might want to watch that. Oh my God, Wom Tepster's here. All right, I'll get to your chat comments in a second. Let me just review what's going on here. So the headline was that there might be a connection between this 2011 Kentucky murder of this older couple and Delphi. So Fig Solves commented saying Alex Voorhees, this online hacker guy who I'm sure a lot of you know about, this Kentucky police cold case team was looking into a connection because Alex has been looking into a variety of unsolved murders and trying to find similarities. Alex informed Kentucky police of a potential similarities between Delphi and the Stephensons, which is the last name of the couple that was murdered. So Alex submitted this to Kentucky police in June of 2021 and also again in September of 2022. But the lead or connection is not about a particular physical item that a possible male suspect in Indiana like created. I was wondering if it was like, we've heard non-secular items were found in Delphi. So I don't know if it was like maybe a cross that like some guy in Indiana makes these interesting, like creative crosses that are unique to him. And maybe they were both found in both cases. So that seems to be wrong. So also, I just want to make sure people know this unnamed suspect has not really been on the radar of Indiana State Police. This is really something that Kentucky police started looking into because Alex Voorhees said to them, these are the rumors of what the Delphi crime scene looked like. And Alex knew about these rumors about the Kentucky crime scene. So I've been emailing back and forth with Alex Voorhees over the past like 2 hours. And so on my PowerPoint here, which you guys can see, it says the tip was not about the item that the police have been talking about. It was about how the similarity somehow jogged Kentucky police's memory about an item. Only police know what that item is. Alex has no clue what that business is about. It was about similarities that jog their memory on an item/person. Like I said, that only Kentucky police know. So Tom's takeaway is basically the same thing I just said. Kentucky police were made aware of potential similarities between the Delphi crime scene by Alex, and some of what he said matched up to the Stephenson crime scene. So it seems like police looked into a man in Indiana who had a specific item, and then Kentucky police informed Indiana State Police with details of that. I know this is kind of confusing. So page 2 of this is just quotes from this article. The information pointed Boone County, Kentucky investigators toward a specific person who had a specific item they were interested in. So this is the quote from the Kentucky investigator of the Stephenson's case. I'm not going to tell you about what that item was, Cox said. We've recently been in the northern part of Indiana investigating this guy, it's not Richard Allen, following him around, looking for things, collecting all of the information and evidence that we would need to at least vet him as best we could with our case, the Stephenson case. This guy in Indiana was cooperative. We were able to go down that path with him, and he articulated good reason to why that particular item may have existed. In my member chat, people are like, this guy is like Doug Carter speaking in riddles. So Cox is the Kentucky investigator. He said that they sent what they found to Indiana State Police, since that is the agency handling Abby and Libby's murder case. So to me, I mean, it seems kind of like, I don't want to say a nothing burger, but when I first heard about this, I was wondering, what could this item be? Is it something that Indiana State Police initiated? And it does not seem like that. So let's go to the comments. Hey, KT, thanks for joining. Hey, TTM. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. How many are we at right now? Oh my God, 116. It's been a while since I've had that many people in a chat. Was I alive during season 1 of Survivor? Yes, I was. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for joining. Yes, Tom or Wom Tepster. I was wondering about you last week, so I'm glad you're alive. All right, I'm glad that people appreciate my PowerPoint still. Hi, Annie. Nice to see you. Hi, Digital. Oh, Plead the Fifth is here. Hi, Plead the Fifth. Yeah, it's a surprise. Oh my gosh. I'm listening to Karaya Mari. Her big reveal is a GPS led them to Indiana. No, I don't know who Wom Tepster is, but I'm not mad. That's something that I would do, is pretend to be somebody else. Hey, Jack, thanks for joining. Oh my gosh. No, this is going to be how it's been 11 minutes. We're probably going to end this in 20 minutes. I know I'm like famous for saying, okay, 5 more minutes, and I go another 30 minutes, but I just wanted to talk about this possible item before I even knew that this was based on an tip that Alex Voorhees gave. So I was kind of forced to continue with the live chat. Billy's just clarifying. He was being a smartass that they used a GPS to get directions on how to drive from Kentucky to Indiana. Oh my gosh. Gen X Rando. Oh my gosh. This line in the Kentucky story, quote, oh yeah, Stevie is currently serving a sentence of life in prison for beating an Indiana woman to death with a skillet. So this Stevie guy is, I think, the nephew of one of the 74-year-old victims. And it seems like they don't think he was the killer of the Stephensons. Hey, Charmaine, what's different from the members only chat? Gangster Computer God says, oh no, another person the police were not looking at. But I don't know if this guy that the Kentucky police are saying he had a specific item. I don't know what that item could be and how Kentucky police even found this guy based on Alex's tip. Illegally Blonde says, wow, I thought for sure it'd be Kagan at the crime scene. Yeah, we still have not figured that out. I was thinking today that I kind of want to ask Kagan some questions, but I'm not paying for it. And I don't really want to interfere in the case. I don't know if he's under the gag order or not, but I mean, police have known about him for 6 years and he's still not charged with Delphi. Oh my gosh. Hey, JW. Yeah, Little Daisy says there's another tentacle, which is a reference to Doug Carter saying there's a lot of tentacles in this case. He even said that after Rick Allen was arrested. I'm almost positive. Oh yeah, I have an update. Let me write this down. There's one other Delphi kind of related update. Hold on. Can I spell whatever? Hold on. Remind me to give that update at the 28-minute mark right before I end this quickly. Jamuki Dookie? That's a new name. Should I read this? In Julian Powell's My Case, Julian Powell was a name that came up like a year ago. I guess he was doing these interviews or these videos that people were saying were kind of weird and suspicious. And was he the guy who took a Google Maps photo the day before the murders? So sorry. In Julian Powell's My Case, there is a same last name who was subpoenaed named Adam. Kagan's released question and answer mentioned an Adam. I don't know. Same last as KY victim, Adam Stephenson. Doubt it's related, but maybe. I've never heard that Jamuki Dookie. Yeah, so what could this item be? What do you guys think this item could be? It seems like a specific item. It just seems so odd to me. Jinx says, y'all think that item is an electronic device. I don't know. Hi, Jake. I'm the worst. Oh, Charmaine, yeah. I changed my sweatshirt. We're all from the internet. Hi, Susie Q. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you again. Billy says maybe it had something to do with Kagan's CSAM ring. I don't know. Like I said, it's not. Oh, here I go with the like I said again. It's not something that was initiated by Indiana. It seems more like Alex Voorhees said to or sent this tip to the Kentucky police because Alex had been looking into the Stephenson case. And then he, I guess, started looking into Delphi and he noticed the similarities. And that's why he tipped the similarities to Kentucky. Yeah, just so to be clear, it does not seem like this is something that Indiana State Police, I mean, I don't know what they're looking into, whether they're looking into it right now, but it's not something that they really initiated. I'm not expecting this mystery guy and his item to be arrested anytime soon. AD says trucking ministry could be a connection between the cases or drugs. Nephew is from Indiana. Yeah, so the Stephensons, they were involved in like religious meetings and ministry. And once a week, they would, I guess, preach or have a service or something with truck drivers. So Kentucky police have been looking into possible truck drivers who maybe killed them. It's about the F in music. I remember that screen name. Hi, Katerina. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. WL says, I guess I'll get a nothing beer to go with the nothing burger. Gangster Computer God, I'm still confused about this. I haven't followed the case much. Yeah. I don't know that this latest article is really going to lead to any arrests or connections between these two cases. Digital says the bodies were moved and staged. Yes. So I don't know if I said this in the previous chat or this one. So in Ron Logan's search warrant, it was referenced that the Delphi victims, Abby and Libby, their bodies were moved. I don't know if it said end or staged. So in the Stephenson's case, there's a lot of staging also inside their house, including like the killer moved their like portraits and their pictures. I don't know if it's on their walls or something. This seems really odd. Illegally Blonde says, you missed us, Tom. Admit it. Some of you. I haven't seen any trolls yet, so it's going so far. So it's going okay so far. Sultana says, great job, Alex Voorhees. Yes, I think that's the correct way to spell it, his name. Sending the information seemed worthy of the detective to look into this. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Well, sometimes you do, but yeah, so I was thinking about that. There's 70,000 tips sent into Delphi. If they had never opened that tip line, would the police have been able to solve this a lot quicker just based on the interviews they had done in the first few days, which included Rick? I saw something recently, like I was looking at old Delphi TV reports, and there's conflicting information, but I think I saw something where there were 200 law enforcement officers. One report said from 20 different agencies, and another one said 45 different agencies. So, I mean, you have to kind of sympathize at least somewhat with the local police. That was kind of a cluster at the beginning few days and months of this case, trying to keep track of everything. Unfortunately, they've missed the biggest clue, which was Rick's interview. Yeah, I was wondering how far this is. So Jinx says the Kentucky case in Delphi is about a 3 hours drive. And so they were killed in 2011 and Delphi is 2017, so 6 years apart. Straight out of PUBG. I don't know what that means. Hopefully nothing too inappropriate. KT says an item. What items have been alleged to be left at the crime scene of Libby and Abby? Robert Ives, the initial prosecutor, said non-secular items, which means, I guess, religious type items. People speculate like a cross or something. I've read rumors online that the tree near where they were found had some letter or symbol carved into it. I don't know. We've all heard a bunch of crazy rumors. Oh my gosh. That's a good point, Billy. So Billy says it's almost like the Kentucky police did this to gain publicity for their case. Yeah, I have never really heard of this case. I know that Alex said he did mention it in his Trendifier interview, which I did watch that, but I have a bad memory. And what's your second point? Kentucky jelly tastes terrible. Are you talking about K? Oh my God, Billy. I'm not, it's too late. I said KY jelly. Anyway, it makes the peanut butter go down quicker with this PBJ sandwich, whatever. Anyway, did anybody miss my crazy jokes? Digital says weapon, coins, dolls, symbols, all rumors. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Susie Q says maybe the bullet. So the bullet was from Rick's. Yeah, I don't know, Susie, that like Rick's bullet would have been at the Kentucky crime scene. He had that Rick had his gun for quite a few years, so he would have had it in 2011, but I'm not sure about a bullet connection between Rick and the Stephensons, because the Stephenson case does have DNA. The article said they cannot do genealogical testing for the Stephenson DNA because it's complex, which I don't know what that means. But the Kentucky law enforcement said they have DNA from 2 truck drivers that they're waiting for results on, which I don't know why it's taken so long. It's been 12 years. KT says a symbol, maybe. The Kentucky detective Cox said he was being cloak and dagger, which means he's going all Doug Carter and being kind of vague. Hey, Brenda. Leslie says a specific or unusual restraining device. I don't know. It's like, how could Alex submit a tip saying there's these things at Delphi, and then the Kentucky police said, oh yeah, that matches up to our case. And then what, they like do a Google search of like guys in Indiana who have this one specific item? I don't know. It can't be something too big, I don't think. If Bridge Guy, I've said this many times that it seems like the guy on the bridge, if it's Rick, has a lot of things in his jacket, which JW, one of the things I said is maybe a white rope under his Bridge Guy's neck. But it can't be anything like too huge, I don't think, to get to the crime scene. Hey, Sparkplug Peggy. I can only comment in live chat. I don't know what that means. You're a subscriber. I think subscribers can comment. Wait, what? Pam's fam. His name is pronounced Oki. Oh, wait, what? No, I said Jamuki. Is that the one? Okie dokie, not cookie dookie. Oh my gosh. Why do I do live chats? Hi. Oh, here goes another screen name. I recognize your face, but did you change your screen name? Road Jamno? Yo, I was just wondering yesterday when you were going to be back on the case. How have you been? I've been okay. I think you were one of the first people who joined on video, and you were not a troll, so I appreciate you. Jinx says, if it was GPS tracked, then something electronic, right? No, Billy was being a clown saying it was GPS related. All right, we're at 24 minutes, 5 more minutes. Judy says Julian Powell was claiming to be at the bridge the day before the murders. He was taking Google pics, and Sleuth Intuition, who's a YouTube channel, thought that Julian Powell could be bridge guy, so sleuth intuition tipped Julian Powell in. That's my analysis of what your comment was. Hey, Rob, I still think Chris Watts had a hand in this Delphi thing. Are you serious? Wasn't he in jail? I don't know. I avoided that case. WL says the item was a skillet with a dent in it. I don't think so. That guy's arrested. That was the nephew. Yeah, this isn't okie dokie. Jamoki dokie? Oh my gosh. Early on, there was a truck driver whose log did not check out in relation to Delphi. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people have speculated whether it could have been a truck driver who was the killer, but it seems to be Rick Allen is the only one who's involved at this point. Hey, bud, I heard the item was a red Jeep. I don't know that Kagan could drive it to Kentucky. He was busy in his basement. Thank you, as always, Charmaine, for calling him Kagokio. You forgot the H. Is the mystery guy possibly Kagokio? I don't know. They said they went to northern Indiana. So, yeah, I don't think it's Kagan. Gangster Computer God, I swear these updates are intentionally cryptic. Yeah, this is not an Indiana State Police update. This is more Kentucky. I don't know how this reporter even heard about this connection to Delphi and this tip that was sent in. Brenda says, I have not heard of this new connection. Is this for real? Brenda, if I had to guess, I would say no at this point. But it was something that police in Kentucky thought they had to look into. Brooke says some sort of ritual similarity. Well, the problem is, Brooke, I think Kentucky police were just basing their investigation on what Alex, I don't want to say assumed, I don't know what Alex knows about exactly what happened. I mean, I like Alex, so I'm not like criticizing him, but it seems to me like Kentucky police heard this tip from Alex saying, okay, here's what's rumored to have happened in Delphi. The Kentucky police said, oh, that matches up with our case. Let's look into this more. The simulation says, when's Richard Allen's next court date? June? I don't know. That's a good idea. No, it's June. It's like the June 15th and 16th is, I think it's for the bail hearing. And also, I think maybe to extend. Oh, no, it might be about, sorry. I don't know. It's definitely about the bail hearing. And one other thing, I don't know if it's about the gag order. They did say that they're going to bus in the jurors from Allen County. That's all I got. Oh, one other update. So for most of you who have followed Delphi, you heard of the suspect Garrett Kurtz at one point. I reviewed him in my first Delphi video, which if I had never done that video, we would not be here right now. So a guy named Ray Hanish was murdered, and it seemed like Garrett Kurtz and maybe his friends were the ones who did it, but the prosecutor did not ever charge Garrett. Garrett admitted to killing Nicole Bowen, and he got 55 years in jail. He didn't even have a trial. So finally, there's a new prosecutor, I guess, in the same county where Garrett, I guess, committed the murder of Ray Hanish. And within the past day or two, Garrett Kurtz was charged with murdering Ray Hanish, which is, I mean, he's going to be in jail for 55 years, but at least for Ray's family, that's good. I mean, hopefully it'll lead to some kind of closure that Garrett will be convicted or whatever. I would imagine he would admit to it since he's already in jail for 55 years. 29 minutes and 34 seconds. How much longer do I have to go? No, seriously, you guys, I'm only doing 45 minutes tonight. Sultana, how many minutes behind am I? I'm only 12 minutes behind on comments. I'm going to end it before I'm 30 minutes behind. Sultana, The talk of a truck drivers is interesting. An old Reddit post discussed a young kid who hitched a ride to Delphi and said the man was involved. Who knows? Yeah, I remember that vaguely. Thank you for bullying the trolls. I have not seen any trolls yet. Yeah, I was wondering where this Alex Voorhees, Jason Voorhees is. What is that? Halloween? He's the bad guy in Halloween. Jamuki Dookie says, yeah, there was a tip early where truck drivers talked about a kid and man who cleaned tires like the chrome. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not saying this one out loud. Brenda says, who is Alex? So Alex Voorhees, Voorhies, is, I mean, I don't want to say build. He's described as like an online hacker. He hacked into Kegan's or Kegokio's online accounts. I think maybe Anthony Schatz, and he sent that information to Indiana State Police, which I think they already had. So that's who Alex is. So he's been trying to connect these true crime cases that have similarities. And at some point, he looked into this Stephenson case that happened in Kentucky that's unsolved. And then he, I guess, wrote down like the characteristics of the crime scene, which were staged and very odd. And then he looked into Delphi, which he heard were staged and odd. So he put that connection together, and then he, I guess, submitted the tip to Kentucky. So this story that's just come out about a connection to Delphi is based on Alex's tip, as far as I can tell. Hey, Mrs. Thang, nice to see you. I'm ending it soon. Yeah, Billy, you should be a pet detective. EB says, what day were they killed on, and what was Kagan's dad's work schedule? I think it was May 29th, 2011. I did not look at the day. Somebody just said it was a 3-hour drive. So, I mean, I've not seen any connection with Tony Klein being involved in Delphi at this point, other than Kagan's August 2020 police interview, where they're saying at 8 a.m. on the day of the murders of Delphi, it seemed like there were two people logging in and out based on the grammar and stuff. And I said someone needs to put out an Amber Alert for Tony Klein's missing punctuation, because there's definitely a difference between how Kagan would write online and Tony Klein's Facebook grammar. Hi, Michael's Workshop. What is happening with the Delphi case? Haven't heard anything in ages. So Rick Allen was supposed to have his trial this month in March, and it got pushed. The next court date is in June, I think June 15th, where they're going to decide. I guess they're going to decide the actual new court date, in addition to whether Rick can get bail. Brandy C, is there a link to become a member? If you're logged into YouTube, it says join, but I gave an update today. So my memberships, I have like 40 people who signed up out of 14,000, which it's not a big deal to me. I wasn't doing this for money. I was just trying to like get rid of trolls and stuff. So I have 2 levels. One is $9.99 a month. The other one's $2.99. So I was doing a live chat on a Friday night, one weekend a month. So one was just for level 2, and then I would do another one right after that for the $2.99 a month level. And then Saturday, the next day, I would do the same thing, like a level 2 only chat in level 1, but only like 8 people signed up for the $9 a month one. And sometimes I would do the chat and nobody would be there. And you can just imagine me like sitting there, like smiling, wondering where the hell is everybody? So I just said today, my membership is going forward. It's going to be, I'm going to do member only live chats on the 3rd Saturday of every month. And I'm just going to go over whatever Delphi updates have occurred in the past month, which I don't know if Rick's trial is going to happen in 2024 or even 2025. This could take a few years. So there aren't that many great benefits about being a member of my channel, to be honest. But some people, I was going to end the memberships, but some people said they wanted to continue like supporting me, which I from the memberships, I'm totally transparent. After YouTube takes out their 30% and I have to pay taxes, I'm making like $100 a month on the membership. So it's not like I'm getting rich or anything. So back to the comments. We're at 35 minutes, 10 minutes left, and I'm not kidding. I have to go watch Survivor. Didn't Indiana law enforcement say Klein's devices started the largest investigation in state history? So in Kagan's 2020 interview, they said it started one of the largest CSAM investigations in Indiana history. But we have not heard anything since then about this investigation or any connection to other guys being arrested for CSAM or Delphi related to Kagan's online activities. The simulation says non-secular items has always struck me as Bible pages, rosary, and crucifix. Okay, any of those could have been left at the scene. But why would somebody plan? Why would Rick Allen plan this and say, "I'm going to go to the trails today," and leave Bible pages, but make it look like something else? I don't know. Yeah, so for members, oh my gosh, you guys who are regular members or regular subscribers might remember my jet ski story as like the craziest theory I heard about. Somebody said they thought the killer escaped the murders on a jet ski in February. And then I told this other story that was so embarrassing about Kim Jong-un and Dennis Rodman that you had to be a member to know exactly what that new Dennis Rodman icon is about. Sparkplug Peggy says the Stephenson case was also allegedly linked to another case. Thank you, Peggy. PUBG is a game. You can use a frying pan as a weapon. Yeah, that guy killed a woman with it. Yeah, KT wants to know which case, Peggy, is related to Stephenson. CQPC, mental jujitsu with their perp, and this signals an upcoming event. So you think this means there's going to be an arrest in Kentucky or Delphi? EB says they made it clear in the article it's not Rick Allen. Correct. They said they were following someone else around at the time Rick was already in prison. Correct. Billy says Kagan knows a lot about Kentucky. He was a regular at the KFC in Peru, Indiana. Oh my gosh. Susie says, well, we do know that they said Delphi had lots of signatures. Well, I think Robert Ives said at least 3. So maybe one or more of those lined up with Kentucky. Yeah, but Susie, I don't think Kentucky knew exactly what happened at the Delphi crime scene. Digital says, how did Alex know about the item? Did he see it on someone's social media? So hold on. Alex said he does not know about an item. He was just, I think he tipped in the general connections between the crime scenes that he was aware of. And then Kentucky police, I guess, based on what Alex said, they honed in on a certain item, which led them to a guy in Indiana. M says a dagger, you think is the item. So like a unique dagger. It said that the Stephensons were killed with I think a blunt force injury. Little daisies, but it would be someone other than Rick Allen, right? Correct. Because it's someone completely different. Therefore, young guy sketch guy. What? There with Rick. Don't even get me started on young guy bridge. What is it? Young guy sketch? Yeah. I don't know. It's been 4 months since Rick was arrested. 4 months since Nick McClelland, the prosecutor, said there might be other actors in here. So I don't know. Peggy, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been banned from what? I see your comments. Hi, Pam. It might just be that the crime scenes were so staged and weird to purposefully misdirect. Maybe that's the similarity that Alex saw, correct? Hi, Elise. Oh my gosh. Michael, we need a 3-hour deep dive on the KFC Double Down coming back. I do like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I'm not aware of a Double Down product. How many more minutes? 5 more minutes. I'm not kidding this time. I'm a lot more mean than I was 5 months ago on my last chat. I'm kidding. Peggy is not banned, but unable to comment on YouTube except in live. Oh, okay. You must have said something really bad, Peggy. Yes, I do remember you and your avatar. What? I can't highlight that one. It's inappropriate. Yeah, Lori, Billy is entertaining. Thanks, Jinx. Yeah, I hope I at least kind of clarified what this story was about, because when I first read it on Reddit, my mind was wandering. So thank you to Fig Solves and Alex for clarifying more details about this. JW, a garrote, a device used in strangling, which was, I guess, what was used in John Bonet's murder. This was a trip I took to Maui. My coworker had a condo and he let me stay there for free. So I took this picture from the second floor. Yeah, it was a beautiful view. Illegally Blonde still thinks it's the Kleins. What evidence do you have, Illegally Blonde? So Kagan's trial is currently for May 10th, maybe. I will be doing a live chat every night of that if it does happen. That's something to look forward to. Not. Oh, yes. I'm not going to say your name anymore. So I saw what it means. Will be interesting if the cases mesh with DNA and it turns out exculpatory for Rick. Well, what I've been wondering is they now, Indiana State Police now have Rick's DNA. So they've had it for 4.5 months. So if Rick was his DNA matched up to any cold cases, at what point is that going to be revealed? That Rick did another crime that his DNA was found at. M says it may be pictures of the crime scenes that show the same item within. Yeah, the problem is I don't think Kentucky police have access to the Delphi crime scene. Gangster Computer God is still nervous about the case against Rick. I hope it's solid. It seems like people have been saying at this June bail hearing, prosecutor Nick is going to have to give more evidence that we have not seen in the PCA. So did police find something at Rick's house on October 13th, I guess is when they took the stuff out? I don't know. I'm hoping, yeah, as much evidence as possible. Slay on Slaya. Richard Hatch, did he ever pay his taxes back? Hi, Angel Bear. I did listen to some of the police from Kentucky in the Stephenson case from a couple of years ago. That case is crazy. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but it does sound really odd with changing like their pictures and stuff. Bye, Jinx. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes. JW says gag orders on these cases is un-American. Well, I'm just curious to know why they feel like they have to limit all this stuff coming out. Wom Tepster, I guess, went over to Gray Hughes chat, or It's a Crime and Shame or something. Hi, Salty. Nice to see you for the next 2 minutes. Digital says Garrett Kurtz admitted to killing Ray, said it was an act gone wrong. Oh, yeah. but it seems like it was not. He did it to steal stuff from him. I think this was around the time that Garrett, was he addicted to meth or something? He said he wasn't acting right, but I don't know. Truck tire cleaners were regulars in Indiana. They did the truck stop circuit, and a bunch of truckers tipped the young dude as young bridge guy sketch multiple times. All right, thank you. No, people can. I gave the basic update about the news story and clarifying it. They'll just have to rewind, gangster. This is going to be my first public live chat under 1 hour. I promise. Oh, hi, Anna. Nice to see you. I'm surprised that law enforcement seems to be seriously considering these cases are connected. Maybe the Stephenson case indicates what was found at Delphi. Yeah, but I don't know that they know what was found at Delphi, Anna. I don't know how much. I know that Kentucky police said they gave any possible connection to Indiana State Police, but has Indiana State Police said, okay, yes, this is what matches up to our Delphi crime scene? I don't know. Brenda, your rent is more important than my memberships. Yeah, so you don't have to join, you guys, but I don't even know where it is. These memberships have been such a headache. It takes so much behind the scenes stuff, like doing it. Anyway. Oh yeah, Billy says, if you want to be able to use the jet ski icons or emojis and the Dennis Rodman emoji and get access to my previous live chats that I've been doing since January and February, and to hear this story about Kim Jong-un, that's so embarrassing. You'll have to become a member. Sinbad Sailor, what the hell was Rick Allen doing there for 2 hours watching fish? He's lying, Sinbad. There's no way he was looking at his phone on a bench when he said he did not see anybody after those 3 girls at 1:30. In one of my live chats, so what was this thing that we were talking about? I think it was Strictly Chaos. I don't know if you're still here. You may have said that if Rick said he was, oh yeah, I think I was talking about the Alex Murdaugh trial, or however you pronounce his name. There was some evidence where the police showed Alex's phone GPS, the GPS on, or his son's phone and his wife's phone, and also Alec drove his car, like it showed exactly how fast he was going, like 80 miles per hour, driving to his mother's house, I guess, to try and make an alibi. So we were talking in the members only chat, what possible similar type of evidence could they find on Rick Allen? And we were talking about Rick saying, oh, I was on the trail looking at the stock ticker. So we were wondering if Rick turned off his phone before he went to the trails that day, knowing he was going to do something inappropriate. Would police be able to find that in any kind of cell phone records that Rick's phone was actually off when he said he was on the trails looking at a stock ticker? I don't know. 10 more minutes. Jamuki says, trucker truck stop may mesh with the FBI strategy to do billboards. That's a good point. Possibly some kind of early forensics with links to lifted physical evidence, such as paint, oil, tire rubber, chemicals, etc. Anna says, former prosecutor Robert Ives mentioned, quote, non-secular items left at the Delphi murder scene. The Stephenson scene apparently had overtly religious connotations. I'm not familiar with the Stephenson case, and I'm hoping I don't get obsessed with it. Digital says the Stephensons were killed approximately 5 years before Kagan started the Shots account. So they were killed in May 2011. So 5 years later is May 2016. Probably. Digital, I don't really think Kagan is involved in the Stephenson's case because he was 22 in 2017, so 22 minus 5 is 17. Yeah, I don't think Kagan's involved in Stephenson. And just to be clear, I think instead of a V, it's a PH in case anybody's looking to find more information about the case. Brooke says, what case would you say you've put the most investigative work into Delphi? Well, the only other case I've really looked into a lot is Missy Beavers, which I created a spreadsheet. So I looked into Delphi and then I looked into Missy Beavers and I created a spreadsheet to track how much time I was spending like every night after work and on weekends. And I stopped counting at 600 hours. And at this point, I'm probably like 1,000 hours into Delphi, maybe like 900 into Missy Beavers. I'm not looking into Missy anymore because there's not a lot of updates. Actually, that's a lie. Quick Missy Beavers update. If you're familiar with Missy's case, you know that the True Crime Broads have a podcast where they do interviews with her friends and other people. And over the past like 4 months, they've been doing several interviews with people who knew a woman who they say admitted to being the killer in the church. And I don't know, people are saying, is this true? Is it not? So Aaron Stoner is he does videos kind of like Tom Webster, although they're not as long. But he said he's going to do a 2-hour video where he reveals the name of a guy or not a guy. He says he's going to reveal the name of who he thinks killed Missy Beavers. However, he put out a trailer and like a trailer video saying, I'm going to release this in January and it's now March. And I guess there's some issues preventing him from releasing it. But it seems like he hired, I'll get back to Delphi in like one minute and then I'll end this. There was a Nissan Altima at a nearby parking lot at night, like 2 hours before the murders. It seems like this Aaron Stoner YouTube guy zoomed in on this car, edited the photo to try and bring out the driver's face, which it's really not easy to do. Then he gave that edited photo to a sketch artist, and the sketch artist made a like rendering of what the sketch artist thought the driver looked like. And then Aaron said, I guess, that he spent 8 months looking at a bunch of mugshots. I guess that matched the sketch, but the sketch was based on like something that's not even real. So I don't know. I'm going to watch the video. And then after Aaron Stoner's video comes out, I'm going to do a members only live chat where me and anybody who wants to join who's a member will talk about Aaron's video and the True Crime Broads suspect. 6 minutes. What? They thought it was a cross drawn on a piece of cloth, but it was really Kagan's bib from eating ribs. Anna says, I'm not convinced that Rick Allen is a Delphi killer. Some pieces don't fit, in my opinion. Anna, I would agree with you. So, yeah, I can't definitively say Rick is the guy on the bridge. However, if you watch my Rick Allen deep dive with my spreadsheet, the timeline, there's no way that Rick did not see Libby and Abby. It's like I call her witness 4. She saw Rick on platform 1, turned around, and within like 2 to 3 minutes, she sees Abby and Libby walking towards the bridge. So in 2 to 3 minutes, there's no way that Rick got off the bridge and did not see Abby and Libby. I don't know. So when I look at Bridge Guy's face in the video, I really cannot say, yes, that looks like Rick. However, that video is so pixelated that you really can't tell who it is, because at the beginning, it looks like a guy who has a big black mustache, and at the end, it looks like somebody totally different from the first frame. So I don't know. I don't know, Anna. Oh my gosh. Did Rodman and Kim Jong ride a jet ski spider style? No, it's so embarrassing. It's about how an idea I had trying to find those satellite images that I showed in my first video. So think of Kim Jong-un and satellite images and Dennis Rodman and a crazy idea Tom had to get satellite images. How many minutes? 5 minutes, that's it. I'm stopping at 59. I'm going to end abruptly. Start saying your goodbyes. Let's see. The tip line, I'm pretty sure, is still open. It seems like in Ron Logan's search warrant, they said they were killed with a. I don't want to misquote it, but it seems like it was a knife, and obviously a gun was used to maybe intimidate. Hi, thank you for joining. Yeah, I hope you guys at least got some clarification on this new article. Hi, clinical depression. Nice to see you. Anna says, something was done to the body of one Kentucky victim. If one pays close attention to Delphi reporting, it is fairly clear why cops were in shock when they found that scene. Yeah, I mean, something was definitely done horribly to those girls because Doug Carter says in one of his press conferences, I just burped, or I tried to hide one. Do you guys miss my live chats where I tried to hide my burps? Anyway, Doug Carter said something like in his message to the killer, I promise you the way you left those girls is not how they are today. So it seems like it was a horrific Delphi crime scene. All right, 2 minutes, you guys, seriously. So like I said, I don't know when my next public live chat will be, whether if Kagan has a trial, it will be the first night of his trial in May. The simulation says Alex is one of the most ethical hackers. He's good people. Hi, Kaleidohope. Hi, Chelsea. Yeah, bye to everybody. I'm leaving in a second. But thank you all for joining. It's nice to see some of you again, or all of you, maybe I should say. Hi, Frankie. Yeah, I'm leaving soon. Sorry if I did not get to your comment. Hi, Caricature. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hopefully there is some kind of electronic tracking of Rick and maybe his home computer, what he was looking up. Did he watch Tom Webster's Delphi videos? If that comes out at the trial, I'll be mortified. All right, seriously, 1 minute. I'm stopping at 59 and it's at 58:22. So in 1 minute, I'm just closing end. So don't get mad at me for ending real quick. Let me go to the bottom. Oh, somebody gave me money? John. Hi, John. Nice to see you again. Oh my gosh. John, is there anything you want to say since you gave me money? Yeah, sorry. Thank you for that, John. Hopefully you can watch back, John, and it's a 59-minute live chat. Yeah, sorry to everybody whose comments I did not get to. And I'll see you when I see you. So my next member chat is March 18th, Saturday. Like I said, don't sign up for my memberships. All right, 59 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm stopping in 30 seconds. Remember your note? What was my note? Oh, my note. My note was the Garrett Kurtz update. Thank you, JW. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the Garrett Kurtz update is he's getting charged with Ray Hanish's murder, but he's already in jail for 55 years. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for loving me. All right. 10 seconds before 1 hour. I got to go. Bye. Seriously, thank you for joining. Bye. Until next time.